Well guys, I did a little trading with Pete Langer and now I have a Losi Nightcrawler. I showed this on the live just a few days ago and I gotta say, so far I'm pretty impressed. It came with a slider, so I put the wheelless tires, motor ESC. He did include the servos, so we'll give those a run for the first time. I'm gonna show this to you on the table. We're gonna take it out and see how this thing crawls. This is my first Losi Nightcrawler. Let's go. Well guys, let's dig into this thing. Here we go. Now, the chassis does have rock lights. Now, those will probably come off because I'm going to put this thing here with the rough rocks, and they're probably going to get hit. But the Desert Lizard shocks, a lot of you guys have been asking me to use these. Well, this has them on it, so let's see how they work out. It has two servos, Hobbywing HB5518s. Now, these are powered off of a single 1080 ESC. The 1080 ESC BEC is going to be stressed on this, but we're going to go ahead and run them since they were on here. It has a Holmes Crawlmaster Sport 13-turn motor right there with a, I believe, a 18-tooth pinion gear. It is 48 pitch. It might be a 20-tooth pinion gear. But anyway, that's that on that part. Now we got the J Concepts holds on the Hazard wheels. The fronts do have some brass in them, so hopefully it'll be a little bit biased to the front, and it is. So anyways, we've got that going right there, and I believe the rest of the chassis stuff is stock with the stock links and all that. This is my first worm gear crawler, so this is going to be interesting. Body is set up with lights here, down here, and on the back, so there are lights all over this thing. Now, I don't know if I'll run this thing at night. I may have to give that a shot since they are on here. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and power this up with a little 3S. And the battery I'm using is small, so there's no need to, get creative and shove that stuff anywhere else. Just put them on the back of the battery tray. Little battery fit right there, just a 1500 milliamp 3S. And we are ready to go. Well, let's give it that first climb. Let's see where we're at here. Throttle control seems to be pretty good with it. Lots of reduction at the axles. Not too bad right there. Got a nice climb on that. I can already tell this ESC is not feeling it with two servos working on it. The control feels good. I mean, the worm gears are not going to slip at all or drift. Stability feels good. All right, let's see what it can do on Gatekeeper. Feels pretty good so far. See if I can get that front end to drop in, make the crawl over. Nope, nope, all right, let's try a little bit of throttle then. There we go. Wow, you can really tell there is a lot of reduction in those axles. You can really tell it. All right, we're gonna ease down into here. Got tons of articulation too. Go and get the four-wheel steer turned back on. Or somehow. Oh, it was on. I was trying to get it turned back on and it's not so happy. All right, we got pretty good stability there. Making the rotation. Oh, see, that servo is stalled, fully turned right there. This will be a good candidate for the HK Hobbies 35 kgs. Wow. I've got a lot of gear reduction in my other trucks, but this is a lot. I think I'm gonna have to go to front steer only with this. There we go. Now I'm going to front steer only. Try to throttle it up. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. It went over. I think I can get this. I just got to get it right. Wow. This is a whole different style of driving. Let's see here. We'll try a different line. Maybe that's where I'm messing up. I got to drive differently. There we go. Got it that way. All right, get the rear steer back on. Oh man, that back end, yeah, that is, rear steer is not happy with this ESC. Pretty darn neat though. Oh. Just to show you guys, this is 3S 13 turn Crawlmaster Sport. Top speed. There is not much there. So I can tell you right now, I'm going to be putting a larger pinion gear on this. A larger pinion gear. I need more wheel speed out of it than this. And the HK servos. It feels really good and stable. It should walk right up this. Well, that rear steer is not helping it very much. Oh, now this thing should walk right up climb time. I mean, it should. I didn't even have enough speed to drive it backwards and pull out of that very well. Let's see. Yeah, I need, probably gonna put the other tires on this too. Probably gonna try the Pro lines on it. Wow. Okay, let's see what we can do with twin ridges. I am full throttle. Wow, I don't know that I've ever been able to hold anything full throttle on twin ridges. Wow. Trying to get the belly over, and it doesn't want to let me get that belly over that thing. Let's go ahead and drop into the nasty. Let's see what we've got here. I know this thing needs some servos. So I can get that to go right here. I want to turn the rear steer off. Let the front do its thing. Pull this hard side or the high side to the right. That is the hard side for this. Let's see what we got going here. If I can make this go over. Should be able to get that. There we go. I keep wanting to go with like a dig, even though this doesn't have the dig feature on it. Let me see what we've got going here now. All right, let me go ahead and pop the front steer only. Now I'm gonna go back in the rear steer. Let the back end drop down, which is where it's gonna need to be. So we can kind of get this right here in the proper position. I need to go to front steer only now. Come on, baby, steer. Gotta get this over. It's a little bit different angle for you guys. Trying to get that front end to drop down into the crack here. Crack right up there. All right, drop down into there. There we go. Now let's see if, nope, it's not even going to come close to trying to get the crack. Not even a little bit. What about the gap of death? That was pretty good. All right, got gap of death pretty good. Let's try the sideways thing right here. I'm pretty sure I know what I need to do. Gear it up and find some wheels with 10 pounds of weight in each of them, especially for the front two. Maybe about 3 pounds in each of them for the rear. The HK Hobby servos, and we should be about where we need to be at that point. All right, let's put them back to the rear steer stalled. All right, I can't really do much with the rear steer on it. So that back end will come around though, like that, maybe. Nope. Well, guys, there you go. I've got to do some tuning on this thing. It's like it needs an extra 3 pounds per tire. Like 3 here, 3 there, maybe a pound each in the back. The gearing is so low on this thing. If I go to compete with this out at Barbarian, I've got to have some wheel speed because we have dirt hills. And look, at the speed that this is, I'm not going to make it up the hills. I got to have probably about 8 to 9 miles per hour wheel speed. And that's being really conservative. The gearing on the rocks, I think where the thing is meant to be, in all honesty, is perfect. But getting out and moving, at least for me and my style of competition, when we're out and about, I've got to put the HK Hobby servos in here. I'm going to put a bigger pinion gear on it, probably the biggest pinion gear I can find. And pretty much, that'll be it. I'll put some different tires and different things on it, but I got to try to weight this thing down a lot. Check that description, guys. I'll see what I can find for this, if there's any brass and all that. But anyway, use those links, hit that subscribe, ring that bell. Pete Langer, thank you for the trade, buddy. I'm going to make this into something a little bit different. Check that description. Use those links, hit that subscribe, ring that bell. You guys are awesome. And don't forget to check out my website, xokjrc.com. Haha, catch you later. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see. Also for channel memberships, if you guys want to be a part. Channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.